Athletics Integrity Unit head Brett Clothier has warned the doping cheats that they will be caught sooner or later. The body's chief says that the situation in Kenya has raised concern, but he believes the unit is more than up to the task. Earlier, my colleague Mahia Mutua spoke with Clothier, who was speaking to us from Monaco, and he began by asking him how concerned the AIU was with the spike in doping cases in Africa, and particularly here in Kenya.
Well, we're very, very concerned, to be frank. There's far too much doping happening in Kenya in recent years. It's highly concerning to us that a country that is so strong and so important to our sport has such a large doping problem that there's no getting around that. That's the fact.
Right, and would you say that authorities in the concerned countries are doing enough to tackle the growing doping menace?
Well, we actually have very good relationships with the relevant authorities within Kenya. That's Athletics Kenya, the Athletics Member Federation, and also the Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya. These agencies are actually working hand in hand with us at the Athletics Integrity Unit to uncover the doping that's occurring in Kenya. So they're committed. The problem is that they don't have the required amount of funding to really do the job that's required of them. So I think we have a reasonable platform here. We have willing partners, a really good cooperation, but the more funding needs to be put into those domestic, local authorities to assist us better in tackling the problem of doping.
Right, and let's talk about reasons then. Why do you think that more athletes are falling into the doping web despite the steep sanctions that your body, the AIU, is handing to those who've been caught using banned substances?
So the economic temptation for a very, very deep pool of professional runners to cheat is quite large. The top runners feel under pressure from the runners in the rankings below them. Unfortunately, the financial incentives to dope have created a large black market for doping products, prohibited substances in Kenya itself. So it means that the substances, the know-how is quite easy to attain. These kind of pressures, lead to bad decisions from athletes. So this is the primary driver. On top of that, there's other societal factors that are leading to the doping trends, and we need to collectively increase the education and the assistance and support we give to athletes so they can make the right decisions also.
Well, talking about the solutions there, let's talk about the wider African picture, the continent here, Brett. What needs to be done then to eradicate this problem, particularly here on the African continent?
The problems that may exist around the continent are varied and unique. Africa, as a continent, is very strong in athletics. But we have, for example, Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia, of course, are all very, very strong countries in our sport. Each are different, but each have their own doping problems to various degrees. So what's required in each of those places is a strong collaboration with my team at the Athletics Integrity Unit and the right support from government to properly fund anti-doping efforts in each of those places.